Ed? Is that what you're doing? Is this what we're doing now?
Just
We're
a
being
tad bit.
children
Just a
already? Well, actually, it wasn't your fault why you missed the show last week, but you weren't here last week, and this is how you want to start this week up?
I did watch it though, and it was.
No, you didn't.
I did.
You
I did
lie.
watch it.
What happened?
It was a very.
Who was
it
here? What was his name?
Chef.
How old was
Chef
he?
something.
Chef Ron.
Yeah. I knew he was a chef.
What's going on, everybody? Hey, Monty here with another episode, another edition of Hey Chill, It's Just a Podcast. And we're here with another week. Last week was a very, very dope podcast. With Chef Ron came into the building. We had a really great talk, man. I enjoyed it. Ed wasn't here, you know. That's all that matters, that Ed wasn't here. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm ready to rock and roll.
You're not going to see him on the camera. We don't need to.
Ready to rock and roll. Y'all hear my voice. Don't need no camera. You know what I'm saying? I got my guy right here, Arik and Arik. This show's going to be dope.
Yeah,
What's
already.
good, man? What's good, everybody?
What's up, man?
How is everybody?
Arik
feeling
and
today?
Arik just
Real.
died, actually. Eric and Arik
Perfect.
just
I didn't mean
died.
to click
That was a perfect cue. You did a lot better than you
I
did.
did though, but I didn't even mean to click it.
He
God.
did. It was just perfect
God's
timing.
watching a
Damn.
podcast and he
Yeah,
says
it's
enough
not
is
really
enough.
It just happened.
That's crazy.
Anyway. But yeah, we got Arik in the Arik in the building next to
Sir.
Eric. Well, Ed, because apparently we
worked
call
on
him
that.
Eric. Exactly.
It's all
So
about
if
a
I go
brand.
back and call you Eric all episode, what are you
No,
gonna do?
it's about a brand. The Ed is a brand at this
So
point.
what's the Ed for though?
Special.
No.
Yeah.
That was clutch.
Got
Y'all
you.
are
Yeah, she
y'all
got
are
you.
quick with it.
Yeah, she got you today.
Y'all are
though.
quick
Yeah,
with it
yeah,
today,
Yeah.
and I'm so proud.
Yeah.
In the last 2 weeks, you've improved so much. But the Ed stands for my government, so Eric, and then my middle name. So
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Got
What's
you.
your middle name?
So Eric.
yeah, it's Devon. I'm named. My middle name
no
is
word.
my
I
dad's
didn't know
middle
that.
name, and I'm named after my mom. So boom.
I got
And
my
without
middle name
them,
for
I
my
couldn't be
grandma.
Oh, okay.
That's why
So
it's
the
just Ed.
so it's okay. So the ED basically. Okay, got you.
Boom.
Just
All right.
special Ed. Got you.
Got you.
Got you.
Haters gonna hate, lovers gonna love. You know, obviously the orange couch is for haters, as you can tell. So
Most
This didn't
definitely.
look orange to me. I always thought it was more of a
It's more like
tan.
tan, brown. It's like a brown.
see, and
leather.
that's why you thought you were dark in New York.
Wait a minute. That doesn't
All right, so
explain.
do
You
remember
added
that part.
colors.
Wait, what? No, I didn't think I was dark in New York. Everybody around me thought I was dark in New York. Everybody else looked at me and was just like, "You're colored,"
Mm.
because they
Wow.
were all just white. Like as
So
fuck.
imagine that, right?
Yeah.
And we're on the podcast, and he goes, "Yeah, everybody in New York thought I was colored." Now you see, he's more of like an eggshell beige wall, freshly painted apartment,
Yeah.
but that's colored.
No way near, man.
Okay, there you go. That's
I
all.
mean, if we're being technical, the lighter complexion individuals are more of the colored individuals than we are. We kind of just stick to one color, and that's brown. They turn orange, red, blue. Depends on their emotion and the weather, you know.
that is true. So
The
maybe
hell
y'all
you
are
talking
colored.
about?
I apologize.
Fuck all of y'all right now.
Makes sense.
Yeah, you know
That,
what I'm
that, that really makes sense though. Damn.
Yeah.
They,
That really
this
makes
is gonna be a good episode.
They're
Y'all,
booing y'all. The crowd's booing y'all. Y'all gotta chill.
just saying.
Yeah.
I'm playing. So yeah, we're here with another week. Another dope interview / conversation that we're gonna be having here, man. So Eric, let's talk, bro. You know what I'm saying?
What's going
First
on,
things
man?
first, just introduce yourself, man. Tell everybody who you
What
are.
What's going on, man? Like, my name Eric. I also go by UL Knowledge. That's my rap name. I go by Man. So people know me as Man. That's my nickname. You know, I'm just everything. I got.
Like just man.
Yeah, that's my nickname. MANN.
So how? I know walking down the street got to be hard. Hey
Nah,
man,
Hell
do
no.
you look like every
He
time?
shot this.
Nah, hell no.
Hey, man.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like that's gotta be.
Cause I've been, you know what I'm
difficult.
saying. So I didn't grow up with it, so I know how to.
Oh,
different-
okay.
different
I
all
mean,
that
it,
shit,
yeah, it would sound different. They
yeah,
not
so
just about to
like-
be like, "Hey, man," and we'd be like,
And
"Hey,
plus,
yo,
if somebody,
man."
if a random motherfucker say, "Hey, man," I ain't gonna answer them. You know what I'm saying?
So
It's
is it
only
just-
people that know me as Man.
Is it just man or is it man? Because I do know a man.
It's just Man.
Yeah, that was
Everybody
my
knows a
brother's
man.
nickname when I was a kid. Like we all had like dumb childish nicknames that my aunt gave us, and mine was Yubbers. Don't know how
That's
that
so
was my
cute.
nickname.
That sounds like a cat, an
Yeah,
overweight
Yeah,
cat.
Devins was Man. Dennis was Denny Do, and I don't remember what Tony's was.
She
but
hated y'all.
Yeah.
Low key, she.
What was yours again?
Mine was Yubbers.
Yevers.
Yubbers.
That sounds like a
Maybe
cat,
think
like
flubber.
Garfield or something.
Come here,
I don't know.
Yevers.
I don't know how I got that nickname, but that's what my aunt used to call me all the time.
That
I
was
don't know. I
creative.
don't know how nicknames come about. I don't even know how I got mine. Neither.
Me either. Yeah, I was young when she used to call me that, and then I used to hate it. And then when I turned like 6, 7 years old, it was like, "Don't call me that," and I was like so
Yeah.
pissed off.
Oh well,
Yeah.
mine is because my mom said that I was stinky. So
What was your nickname?
stink butts.
I mean,
Like to this day, my mom stink. That's it. It's just stink.
Yeah.
That's low key sad.
I know.
That
I mean,
makes
but my
sense.
son's is poopy, and I don't know if he don't like me to call him that in public anymore.
I wouldn't
Now that
either.
he's older.
yeah, she was at the
He's
studio with
7.
him one day and was just like, said
Oh,
that, and
yeah.
he was like, "Do you not want me to call
was-
you that in front of people?" And he
he
was
was
just like,
How old is your son?
7.
Don't call him Poopy no more.
Yeah.
Like, what about if you see
I'm
the
having to
girl
grow
and
out
you're
of
just
it.
like, come on, Poopy.
I'm like, come on, poopy butt.
that sounds like
That's my
a
poopy.
schnauzer or a
that's
poodle.
so
That's my
embarrassing.
poopy butt. He
Like,
literally
well, I mean-
shitted in my womb though.
See, but still.
Why you
see.
gotta-
But you gotta let things go.
Yeah,
No.
facts.
You know
Nope.
what? That's fucking
That's
a
going
gross
to
thought.
the
I don't even want to
grave.
think about it. Cause you gotta that's gross.
Yeah,
Like,
it is. And I had to
Gross.
endure it. It was literally inside of me.
So like every time you would shit in your
Hold
stomach,
on.
did it hurt?
So, did it happen like he was coming out, or was like why you?
So babies don't poop until after they're born.
Yeah.
They don't have their first poop until they're born. My son had his while he was still in there.
yeah, trying to
So
come out.
yeah, he won't trying to come out. That was the thing.
This
Oh.
ain't shit.
Yeah, he was like real comfortable in there.
So
he won't try to come out.
wait. Where did it come out when you?
It was in her.
It was
didn't
just
go
in
anywhere.
the womb.
No, I know, but I'm saying like when it came out of you.
It was when they popped the sack. It was just shit coming out
Oh
of the
wow,
sack.
that's crazy.
Yeah, like water, not water,
I don't know if I could be in
amniotic
the room.
fluid,
I
and
don't know
poop.
if I could be in the room,
I mean,
Really?
bro. That's if that shit happened, I'm throwing up.
I mean, but I don't think you
but
see
it wouldn't
from
look
the-
like
you don't-
poo.
yeah,
for
yeah,
it's
yeah,
just
yeah.
like a greener
It's a
colored
beautiful
fluid.
experience. Though. I ain't gonna lie to you, man.
It
It's
is,
a
but then
beautiful
you
experience.
like, damn, that, like them noises and them sounds. Like,
See,
oh my
but
God.
I didn't
Like,
push him
nah.
out either.
No, that's a beautiful experience.
They
When
cut
you
him
see
out.
it just expands. I'm sorry, we should not be talking about this. But anyways,
Yeah.
Mr. Eric,
Birth is
It's
beautiful.
over.
we got a nickname down packed. I want to know where are you from?
Well, I'm originally from North Carolina, Roanoke Rapids, North Carolina. I stayed down there until I was like 6. Then I moved up here, Newport News, Hampton area. I went to high school and middle school all in Hampton, elementary school all in Hampton. Then later on down the line, like 2015, that's when I moved to Newport News. So
What schools you go to in Hampton?
Hampton High, Cooper, Lindsay, and Hampton High.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, so yeah, basically.
I'm a Hampton nigga, man. Yeah, I'm Virginia.
Yeah, I was about to say Virginia at this point.
Yeah.
I love asking that question, and then people be like, "Yeah, I was born in Columbia,
Yeah.
and then when I was 3, I moved." Yeah, it's just like your whole
Yeah,
Right.
experience
I'm
here,
a
though.
Virginia
I mean-
nigga. I always represent Virginia before I say, North
At
Carolina
least I was
anything,
like
but-
I was like 15 when I moved down here, so that's been pretty much my whole
Where you
childhood
from,
up
though?
in New York, upstate New York,
Oh, word.
Bronx in New York.
like
Word.
Buffalo,
Nah, not even close
where
to
it
Buffalo.
snows and shit.
Nah, I wasn't even out. Buffalo was 8 hours from me, bro.
Damn.
I was 2 hours from the city, 2 hours north in the mountains.
Mm.
Yeah,
With
shit
the
was
mountain
beautiful,
people,
bro.
the Caucasus people.
Damn. So what's the closest state to you, man?
Nah, Pennsylvania.
Oh, you right. Oh, you right there.
We're
Okay,
like at
yeah,
the
yeah.
bottom of New
I know
York.
you're talking about. Yeah, I know you're talking
Yeah,
about.
we're like
around
at the
that area.
bottom. It's just 2 hours north of the city.
Yeah.
Because you got to think, like, bro, we've already been through this, so we're not gonna go there.
Yeah,
again,
we're
but
not gonna.
New York's
go
a
there
big
again.
state.
New
Whatever.
York.
Because
Because
pretty big
Buffalo
state.
right
Big
there by
state.
Canada, right?
Yeah, that shit's like all the way up. So like, if you look at the map, like here's the bottom, here's the top. I was like down here. Buffalo's like all the way up here.
Yeah.
Like, I was on the whole opposite side type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like Albany was like 4 hours from us. That was the capital. So like we were pretty far down there type shit.
Okay, this just made me think because I had a slow moment earlier, and I realized that I need to
Shocker.
like
It's
I
been
need,
happening all
fuck
day.
both of y'all for one.
all day.
I realized that I need a globe. Do y'all know what country is beside Australia?
What?
I'm asking you.
Madagascar. It's not a country.
Australia. I believe. I don't know.
Wait, you
All
said
right,
it's
cool.
next
Then
to
it's not just
Australia?
me. Yeah.
I don't think nothing's near
What kind of
Australia.
random ass
Like
question
really.
is that? Australia is a
Well,
continent.
I actually just learned something about Australia the
but
other day.
But you're,
I'm not even
you're
gonna lie.
comparing a continent to a country.
It's a country because it's like off. The country is off to itself. It's kind of like got its own little.
The
it's a-
continent.
Madagascar,
Hungry.
no,
no,
it's
not
New
hungry?
Zealand. No, that was my point. I did not know
talked to you,
this.
bro.
That's like the whole map
Yo, my
situation.
finger's been
How
sitting
real is the map?
Killing it.
He is really good.
No,
at this
I
thing.
actually didn't know that, but I also just learned about Australia that they have 7 states. Did not know that.
Yeah.
7
That's
states.
crazy.
They do, yeah.
They're
Did
like
not know
all
that.
this. They're all big.
I was playing with a kid from Australia. Well, playing the game with a kid from Australia. The other
No diddy.
Yeah, no diddy. Pause. Rewind. I was playing Contractor Showdown on the VR with a kid. He was on my team, and he was from Australia, and he had learned me
stop
that.
it.
I didn't know
Just
that.
get rid of it.
Okay,
I learned it.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, back to the fucking question.
Yeah, we got off topic.
Damn. Eric, so talk to
sir.
me, man. A little bit about a little more about yourself opposed to the music part, because there's a lot of other shit you do, bro, and I want you to
Yeah.
plug yourself in as much as you can right now.
Yeah, so
Start
besides
with the detailing.
yeah, so besides the music thing, man, I got a detailing company called Manpower Mobile Detailing that I started last May. It's been going well. It's been going very, very great. And I also just added a run group. It's called NGU Run Club, Never Give Up Run Club. This is my third week. We just pulled in close to 70 people yesterday at Buckrow Beach, and then we pulled in 50 people Saturday at the Madison Trail in Hampton, Virginia. So it's going up, man. Like, it's going crazy. Like, we didn't gain 2,000 followers on the Instagram in 3 weeks. We got producers from 13 News coming out there to want to get into it with us. We got sponsors that's trying to get into it with us. So just trying to figure this thing out and keep on moving up. Yeah.
So like, what made you even start doing that? I know the last session I had with you, which was quite a while ago now.
Yeah, about like around November.
You were heavy on running and all that,
yeah.
but you weren't doing none of this. So
Yeah, I
like,
wasn't
what
doing none
inspired
of that.
this
So
part?
because like, okay, so I'm gonna just run back. So I've been running every single day for the last 420 days. I just looked at my app. So it was 420 days. I started running every single day, 1 to 3 miles a day, and I stopped drinking the same day. So it was like last May 7th. So in the midst of May 7th to like June 7th, I took a 30-day social media break, and within that 30 days, when I started my mobile detailing business. And I tried to do a run club last June, but my first week I had pulled in like 3 people, and then the next week nobody showed up, so I just stopped, And I just wanted to do my own personal journey, so I made it to a whole year of running 1 to 3 miles, and then I just started it back up, and it just started to go, just blow up from there.
What was the purpose of running? I know the cardio and the endurance. I know that the beneficial purposes, but like, was it like a self-esteem thing? Was it like I wanted to change my life?
Yeah, I wanted to change my life, cause I was at a wine festival in last May, and I just wanted to change my life, man. It was a moment in my life last year where I was just doing way too much. I was depressed, and I just wanted to get out of that depression. And I felt like running. I got a background in running. I ran track, but that always was my getaway. And I had a moment when I said, you know how like you will start something and then you'll say like 6 months down the line, you will start something, you will stop. Then 6 months down the line, you'll be like, damn, why I stop? I had that moment. I was like, I don't want to have that moment no more. So I want to see how far I can go if I keep on going. And I kept on going, and sky's the limit now.
That's pretty solid.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying earlier, because I was y'all know I was going to the gym pretty heavy for like a couple months, and then it just like I took a break for a week, and I went back like twice after that. And
See,
I just
that's
haven't.
that break. You can't take no breaks.
It's the staying motivated for myself, because it's like once I start having like my brain gets tapped into something else. So like I started going through like a whole bunch of shit. I had to make money. I had to like financial shit that just like took over my brain. And once that took over, like everything else just
So
stopped.
basically stress.
Yeah.
So
like,
stress distracts you from your goals?
sometimes, yeah.
I mean, it might
it's
be
a
a
bad
general
excuse,
question.
But
for
no,
everybody.
but
It's a
that's
terrible
real though.
excuse.
But
It's
at
just
the end of
know.
the day, you can't let money stress you out, man.
Yeah, and so I've
can't let
learned
that
that
stress-
through
yeah.
time.
Cash
Yeah.
is not king. It's
Yeah.
clay. We molded it into what it is today.
Yeah.
Thanks, yeah.
So I
Okay,
learned.
Wing
I
John
do
Carl.
learn that. I have learned
Asian
that.
fortune.
And now it's really just it's now just getting myself remotivated to continue back on.
You
that
already
journey.
got it, man.
Yeah.
You don't got.
Well, I started with the walks again, so that's good, and I like to I like going on trails though. Like I like finding nature trails and walking.
I can see him like speed walking.
Like
It's
I'm
just
trying to
so
like
funny
go
to
up
me.
to like the mountains again and go fucking walking next to a river. That's like the best. Like,
Come
have
out
you ever,
Saturday,
like,
man.
You know what I'm saying?
Come out Saturday. Get you a little.
Where y'all at?
Madison Trail again. Out Hampton. It's by the police academy right there. Over
Right.
there, Neil Armstrong. I used to be
By where the
Magruder.
old Tea Center used to be.
Yeah, yep,
Kind of by the studio.
yep, right there.
So to join the group, is it like a sign up
Nah,
thing?
all
a
you gotta
fee
do is
thing?
pull up, man. Just pull up.
That's real motivation.
Mhm.
All you
I
gotta
ain't
do
gonna
is
hold
pull
you.
up.
I ain't
And
gonna
then
be able
all-
to
and-
like run that whole thing.
No, you're not though. Like I said, like you don't even gotta run. It be people out there
walking.
walking, jogging, hop. My main thing was I want to be that spark to someone else's life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I want to be that spark of your journey. Cause I always do a briefing before we stretch. I do a briefing, then we stretch, then we go run. When I on my briefing, I make sure I try to help motivate. Like yo, like let me help y'all be y'all spark to y'all journey, man. Like if you come out here each and every weekend, cause our Sunday sessions is called Self Love Sundays, and our Saturday sessions is called Strive Saturdays. So, you know, on Self Love Sundays, I really, really talk to the people like, yo, you really showed up for yourself. Clap up for yourself, man, because you could be anywhere else. I got people telling me, yo, like, yo, I drank last night, but I made sure I came out here this morning because I wanted to make sure I get my workout in. You know what I mean? So
I hate that the camera's right here because
yeah,
like
you drink.
he's saying some motivational shit.
Right, and you
I'm
just
hitting
wake
the
up.
vape. I'm fucking, bro.
It's all
I'm just
good.
drinking, and I'm just like,
damn, we out there
and, like,
smoking the blunt.
but like,
No, really.
mentally, I'm just like, yo,
Man,
he's
that should be-
speaking, he preaching to you, and I'm just like, I feel like shit.
So,
It's all good.
what was it what was your motivation to keep you to continuously doing that 420 days?
Yeah, so like I said, I mean, honestly, like I said, I didn't want to look back and be like, why did I stop? It was a point where, and also, I just wanted to be more spiritual. I wanted to get closer with God, and that was my motivation. My motivation was basically like, yo, all I got to do is take 10 minutes out of my 24-hour day, 10 minutes. The same 10 minutes we sat here, the first 10 minutes and talk, that whatever, that can be the same 10 minutes that I can be doing something for myself. And that's all it took. 10 minutes, man. It don't take no time. Like people need to understand you got to have time management in your life. We be so distracted and we be like, damn, we don't got enough time in the day. No, you ain't spending your time right. You got enough time. We all been here how many years? I might be 31 in 2 weeks. I've been here 31 years. I know I got
He said
Yes,
2
sir.
weeks,
yes,
bro.
sir. Yes, sir.
Hey.
I know I got 24 hours in my day basically. So I got to use that shit right.
Yeah.
But we've been molded to not have that. We've been molded from since elementary school to be workers basically.
Yeah.
Sit in the 8-hour class. You know what I mean? Like, no, you don't got to separate 8, sleep for 8, work for 8. Nah, fuck that. You can use 10 minutes in your mind to get right, bro. Like that's it, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And all it takes is action because we conscious beings. So you got to really stay focused.
Which I feel like, I apologize.
No, go ahead.
And I feel like you mentioned in that 30-day break that you took from social media,
Yeah.
that I feel like that was very important as
Yeah.
well because we can get so trapped up
Facts.
in this.
I think that's what I need
like
right
10
now. I ain't even
minutes,
gonna hold you.
two minutes can turn into 2 hours so
Facts.
fast just because you scrolling.
Facts.
See, that's what like is hard to do, like a social media break for me because I have to be up there posting at least, like
Hey,
because I gotta
Yeah.
continue
Yeah.
to post with the podcast and
Yep.
all that shit. So it's hard to stay off of social media when I have to go on there to post.
But I guess that's where you kind of like, okay, I dedicate this time period directly to social media, which is really just you
Well, there's-
posting your stuff.
There's also
Yeah.
different ways. Like I could go to the Business Suite app instead of going to Facebook and Instagram directly. I can go like to Business Suite and just
Mhm.
make my post from there and not have to actually go on the apps.
Mhm.
So that's one thing. TikTok is a whole nother story, but like I think it's for myself now. Just it's getting that mental strength back.
That's
Like,
all it
'cause-
is, bro.
But that's what depression, like you were saying, depression can do that shit to you, man.
Mhm.
And I feel like a lot of shit was happening the last few months that kind of started bringing me down. But I've been feeling for myself, especially the last few weeks. I've been on a whole upward path where I've been like lifting because I got weights at the crib and shit now. I've been lifting those every day again. It's getting the cardio. I got to get the cardio back in, but
It starts in the
it's-
kitchen.
it takes it. Well, it's been
Facts.
taking
Mhm.
like little steps at a time to like get back out, start going out, like doing different shit. I did this morning I did a music tech class with G White, and we were just teaching kids how to make beats pretty much, and it was a really dope experience to be able to kind of sit there and watch how G teaches the class, and like, 'cause you know he was the lead of course, and I was really just there to assist, you know, like if anybody needed, you know, help, questions, whatever. Just kind of just be there, you know, and it was just really cool being a part of that. And then listening to what the kids did in a very short amount of time and what they were able to come up with. Like, we got some creative minds coming up, man. And like, them kids are smart. Like, those kids were smart, man. Like,
You remember the conversation we had?
what conversation?
I'm looking at the tape.
Oh, me?
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I know the glasses.
see,
I'm
yeah.
looking
Which
at the-
one?
But remember, we went in the car and I was like, just want to make a difference.
Oh,
I
yeah,
wanna
make a
change the
difference and
narrative.
disappear.
That is like the ultimate goal. I'm just speaking for myself, but really changing lives. Like, you know, not necessarily being in the history books, but knowing that you help something or
Yep.
help someone,
Yeah.
and they
Yep.
created something beautiful.
Facts.
Like that right there, accomplishment. I'm good. I can
Yeah.
rest in peace.
Yeah.
Like, you know, be
Bro,
one
you
with
know
the
what?
universe.
Because facts. We all here to serve a purpose, and
Yeah.
and you can help serve one person. Your job is done, man.
Yeah.
For real.
That's the one thing out of engineering that I like in producing that I get the most pleasure out of is like being able to help enhance somebody's creative process or just help them make their shit sound the way they want it. Every time somebody's like, bro, this came out better than I thought it would. Like that is a great feeling, you know. And then when people come, and I'm like a therapist to a lot of people, you know, people like to sit down and just kind of talk to me about what they got going on and their problems and all that, and I just sit and I listen, you know what I'm saying? And
That's how
if
it
they ask
is.
for advice, I give
Yeah.
it, you know. And
Yeah.
it's always just creating that vibe. And so also being able to impact people, like I've had a few artists who came and they were interested in learning how to, you know, do it themselves and all that, and I've had like 3 or 4 people who are now engineers themselves,
That's what's up.
you know what I'm saying, who I know that I was an impact on that, and that feels so good to just have an impact on someone's life, like, you know, because I know I help make a difference, and like you were just saying, like that's a better feeling than anything else, honestly.
It is,
Like,
man.
It's
it's better than
money.
making money.
Facts.
Yeah, it's better than
really
everything
is.
else, bro. It's better than fame. It's just like knowing that one person, like you help one person, for
Facts.
me personally, is like better than anything.
I
else.
work at a dispensary, and a lot of people will be like, oh, the best part about it is just the fact that, oh, you sell weed. But honestly, I like my job the most because of the people. It's like a therapy session in there
Facts.
almost every day.
Facts.
People come into the dispensary because they're stressed the fuck out, and they need somebody to talk to. They're in a lot of pain. They going through a lot in their mind or something like that. So I talk to people on the regular, and it makes me feel so good to know that like one customer came in. And she was just like really debating on whether or not she should quit her job that she was at for like 20 plus years. She's like, she got her own business that she started, but she just don't know. She just can't just jump out on it. And I'm like, man, you might need to like F that job, because you die tomorrow and they're going to hire somebody else. F that job. You good for a little bit. Go ahead and get your business popping. Ever since then, she has been selling like crazy, and it's just from word of mouth. It's
Facts.
like, hey, you
That's
need
the
sea moss.
best form
I
of
know
marketing,
that.
honestly.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly.
Yeah.
Word of mouth is like the best way of marketing still. And
It
people
will always be.
people feel like social media is where it's at. Yeah, you can put something on social media and it's gonna get some traction,
Yeah.
but that don't mean that everybody's really paying attention to it.
Facts, and it's not gonna reach everybody.
It's not
Yeah,
gonna reach
followers
everybody.
don't
everybody.
equate to your sales.
It really
At
don't.
all.
You can have
At
millions of
all.
followers and not a single person is buying your shit.
You're right. You're right about that.
Exactly.
That's what a lot of people don't understand. Like, it doesn't matter how many followers.
It's just
you
the
got.
perception of people. Like, you got 1 million followers. The perception of a actual follower think, oh, they must be going crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't even like that, man. It's
Yeah.
nowhere near like that.
Well,
man.
it's also it's because like when you see the views, right, and they're consistent views, people just automatically assume like, oh, they gotta be
They got
making
it.
money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which technically, ladies
It
and
depends
gentlemen,
on what they're doing.
Instagram claims, YouTube claims 10 seconds, Instagram claims 30. So if they're
TikTok
watching your
is a minute.
yeah, so if they're watching your video for 30 seconds, now think how long 30 seconds is. If they watch it for 30 seconds, it counts as a view. So don't look at the views and think, oh yeah, they're really. Now some are,
Yeah.
not taking away from your gift or your ability. Some are, but when it comes to analytics, 30 seconds.
No, then you got to take into account too, like just scrolling and landing on a video and you dropping your phone to go off
Yep,
and
I
do
do that
something
shit
else,
all the time.
and the same
Yeah.
video was
Just keep
replaying over and
replaying
over
that
and
shit.
over again.
See, I gotta be careful with that now because like when that happens, then it's like a lot more of that content starts popping
Yeah.
up
It
on my
really
feed,
do.
and I'm
It
like,
really do. Yeah.
especially dropping on those live feeds. Like, I don't know if y'all noticed, but like TikTok, I don't know what y'all's TikToks are looking like, but mine is like a whole lot of Latina chicks with dresses or like a shirt and then like in their panties sitting there just talking Spanish and not doing anything.
I learned.
And
I
I
learned a
see
lot.
it like every other video now, and I'm just like,
Como estás?
Your
and it was
algorithm.
all because one night I accidentally like I
Mira,
put my phone
mira,
down while I was
mira,
like doing shit.
mira, no, no more. No, la casa me va a
The
caer.
algorithm
Shut your-
crazy, man.
I told you, I learned a lot. Sometimes it takes motivation and titties.
You wouldn't call
is
him a mira
motivation.
though.
Fuck.
Huh?
He wouldn't be mira.
Oh, well, like,
That's a man.
he is a man.
Yeah, you wouldn't say mira.
What would you say?
It would be more of a miro.
Gorgito.
Would it be?
Gorgito.
I don't even think miro is a thing, but I know mira is what they call girls.
Mira.
Oh,
But anyways, you learn a lot from certain motivation, and titties
You
help
guys
you
are
learn Spanish,
lost.
ladies and
titties
gentlemen.
help you learn Spanish.
Hey,
Anyway, so let's go back to asking these questions.
Sorry.
So back to the detailing. I want to go back on that. So what got you intrigued into detailing?
Just to make money, to be honest with you, man. I just wanted to.
But out of all professions, detailing? That seems like a lot of like
it says it in the
detail,
word
literally.
detail.
That's what I'm
You have
saying.
to-
Like that's like
But it's like
tedious
it's like
work.
therapy too, though. It feels good to see something that's dirty, and then you the reason why it's clean. You know what I mean? So it's just like, I love it, man. I take about 2-3 hours to do a car, depending on how dirty it is, and it just be, just.
What's the worst car you got?
Well, you got a new customer.
You got a new customer here, baby.
Man,
It ain't that
Right
dirty.
there.
Yeah.
It ain't that bad. It
Yeah.
ain't that bad.
yeah.
No, it's that bad.
No, it's not that
I didn't
bad.
see. Listen, I
It's
didn't see-
really
What's the,
not.
yeah,
But,
what's
but
the
that's
worst
the thing, though.
you've seen, like-
You from a surface level, you probably think it ain't bad, but I get deep down. You know what I'm saying? So it be bad, man.
What
I don't know.
What Frank
Well,
Ocean?
no, let me tell you
There's a
something. If you get in
tornado
that
in my
back seat,
room.
it's probably real bad deep down. I don't
Yeah.
go deep down back there. I don't.
I mean, I ain't
That's a
even
whole
gonna
different
because like
territory.
my car's not dirty, but like I reached in like one of the cracks today, and I fucking picked out some. I was just like, oh,
A
man.
French
Bro,
fry.
that's
And
my
that's the
kid's
thing, though.
territory.
It was like
and I don't do it.
one of the air freshener things,
Yeah.
like that you
Well,
put
that's
into
not
your
really
vent.
dirty.
No, I mean, but still, it was a piece of trash that was in. It was an empty one that I thought I put in the garbage, but I guess it wasn't. It was in the crack. But point being is that like, yeah, your car can
Imagine
be-
having children.
Yeah.
There's no telling what's in between the
It
seats
get,
of your,
it
your
get
back
crazy, but yeah, I just wanted to make some money, man, and and just have a business to look after, and hopefully put my son on one day.
Have you
Yeah.
found success in it though?
Yeah, hell yeah, I found great success in it. I'm booked up all the time,
I'm about to say, bro, was
Yeah.
making content for
Yeah.
like.
but I get tired of that content, bro. I get so tired
It's
of
a
doing
lot.
that. It's a lot, man, because I have a tripod. I set my phone up, and I gotta do that. Set my phone up this position. Set my phone up this position. Then clean. Then take it off. It's just too much, man.
So
Yeah.
it takes you
Yeah, edit
2, could have took you 30.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah,
Facts.
Makes sense.
So-
that's the one thing about doing any of that type of content,
But
especially like when you're like running and people be having like the camera all the. So you're
Yeah.
telling me you're picking up the camera, taking it somewhere, running back that way a little bit, continuing to run forward, then you pick up the camera and you got to keep
That's
doing
a
that.
lot,
But
man.
Yeah.
hey,
Like that's too much.
what I love about content, what I truly love about it, and if people really use their heads, it's advertisement. And if you do it the right way, think of a normal advertisement on TV. Who really watches cable nowadays? Like, content is your advertisement. Content's like,
Yep.
oh damn, I'm selling this, and come shop with me. And you go to their page and they got their product, they got different trials, they got different tests, and it's like,
You should get a jingle.
if you do it the right way, you have your own advertisement and you're paying less than millions of dollars. You know what I'm saying? If Pepsi, think about it like this: if Pepsi had content creators on a daily basis, they wouldn't. What's a Super Bowl commercial? If
Yeah.
I
yeah,
might,
but some products are easier to like. I think with detailing, because people like to watch satisfying videos like that already. Like I don't know about y'all, but I follow this like landscape guy who just like mows people's yards and like does all that for free. Like he
I
oh,
like
doesn't
he,
to
charge
and he
people.
talks about why he does it.
Yeah,
I like
and
to watch
I like
power
to watch
washing.
it because it's satisfying to watch a disgusting looking yard turn into a completely different
Facts.
picture
shit.
like type shit. Like I like seeing that type of content. So a lot of people like watching that because it's satisfying to the brain to watch something dirty get clean. And so
that's what he
that
said.
right
Yeah,
there is
basically, yeah.
what's the what's it called?
Like ASMR.
Yeah, that exactly.
Yep.
So it's ASMR to people, I mean,
The whispering kind of bothers me, and the
no,
noises.
that's a whole different ASMR.
What
I'm
does
just talking
ASMR
about
stand
just
for?
The satisfaction
I don't even
of
know my
watching
damn
something.
self.
Yeah,
I don't
because
even know
like
my
we
damn
be
self.
using it, and I have no idea what
Yeah,
it
I don't
means.
know that shit
But
stand
yeah,
for,
but there's a
so.
demographic for that you can get the online views like money from. Like I said, like TikTok, you can make a video, a 2-minute long video, I'm sure pretty easily out of what you do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you get the views from that because people are like, oh, this is satisfying. Whether they're buying your detailing or not, they're gonna watch it for a minute, and then you get 100,000 people doing that, and now you just made like $1,000 type shit, and then you're also getting clients as well type shit. So it's like, yeah, for the content creation for any type of, especially that type of work is definitely like key, I think. And I think that I'm sure that was key when you first got going with it too. Like,
yeah, I mean, honestly, like when I first started, yeah, it was. I should have said something.
I was too
Yeah,
into what I
yeah,
was
you
saying.
good,
It's
you
all
good,
good.
you good.
The camera was on him the whole time. I was
Yeah,
like, it's all good.
but when I first started, I didn't even know how to create really content. And then one of my homegirls, she's a business owner as well. She was like, "Yo, just create content." So I went on Instagram and just started just learning how to edit a little bit better. And then I wanted to be more creative, so I started to bring in like I started to bring in like black owned businesses, and I started to promote theirs as well. So like one time I had went into one of my homegirls' gym, act like I walked in there. And then I act like I exercised real quick, act like I was tired. She picked me back up and told me to go detail a car. It was all in a 45-second video, but it made sense to the point where I can promote you and I promote myself at the same time. So I'm always like that, you know. So that used to always draw attention to people as well. So then I want to get my business promoted as well, but I also get more clientele that way as well. So
yeah. Let me ask y'all this, because we're all business owners in a sense. So do you feel like there are too many entrepreneurs?
No such thing.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, I don't think it's no such thing, man.
You don't really think so? Like,
nah.
Everybody has a business.
Yeah, why not?
Everybody wants to work for themselves.
I kind of get what he's saying, like, because everybody can't. It's like you said, everybody has a purpose.
Yeah.
So it's like, while some people don't like to admit it, sometimes your purpose might be a worker bee. You know what I'm saying? Everybody isn't meant to be an entrepreneur.
But
however, being that everybody isn't meant to be an entrepreneur, I think it's impossible for entrepreneurship to be oversaturated because everybody doesn't have what it takes.
That's a misconception. Not everybody has a business, bro. A lot of people do try to have a business, and then a lot of people do fail. But like, there's a lot of people who don't. They just work. Like, I know quite a lot of people who just work, bro. You know, but there is a big, solid amount of people, I think, that have their own businesses or are trying to have their own business. Because that to me is like, if you have something that you're good at, why not profit off of it? Like, because it doesn't matter what it is.
I'm just like,
there's millions of different things you can do in this world.
The way I think about it is like, yeah, we need janitors, we need construction workers, we need
you know, we don't
bus drivers.
need like psych readers and shit. Like, I'm not saying that they're like, but that's just like.
What he just said?
No, but I'm just saying,
psych
like, that's
readers?
just like a that's.
Well, you saying we don't need it, but the government obviously believes we need it, or they wouldn't have had a whole project dedicated for years. But
whatever. I mean, that's just my opinion, guys. Don't kill me for it. Sorry. Anyway, what were you saying?
But it's like, if somebody searches for it, but I feel like we need it in a sense. Like, we need these certain things. Maybe not the corporations that really, like the big corporations that run everything and they branch off to little companies and stuff, but we need bus drivers. So, I mean, is there somebody out there, and prove me wrong, is there somebody out there that bought a whole bus, decked it out, and now they run their own routes? You know, we
I
have
doubt
janitors.
seriously that would be like that. They'd have to really fight Hampton Roads transportation for that.
But I mean, certain jobs that people don't want to do, like, but I don't clean toilets. I don't like cleaning toilets. But there's somebody out there that likes that shit.
Yeah.
But at the same time, do we have too many people that's trying to do the entrepreneur thing? And it's just one of those things. I want to personally find out by the people. Do y'all feel that way? Or
but like
am I
you just
tripping?
said, it's so many different things you can do as an entrepreneur. So how is it that how can entrepreneurship be oversaturated if there's so many things that you can do within it?
Okay, so when I say it like this, I mean, like, for women, not all women, and I'm not speaking just on minorities, but hairdressers. Everybody wants to do wig installations, or everybody wants to do nails. You know what I'm saying? Like, how many beauticians can we have before we're just like, all right, bitch? There's like 60.
I mean,
honestly,
you could have the same
city.
argument that every dude wants to be a rapper.
Oh,
that's
really,
true.
pretty much.
That is true.
But my thing is when it comes to the beautician, I was thinking about that myself earlier because I put in time to learn how to do certain things, but I'm not out here doing it, making a profit off of it. I learned a lot of things just for my own purpose sometimes, so that way I don't have to pay somebody else to do it.
Yeah, but that's kind of not to the point of what we're saying about how it's an oversaturated market of entrepreneurs. Learning how to do something yourself so that you don't have to pay somebody else to do it.
Got it.
That's just learning how to do it yourself.
Facts.
It's like me learning how to do videos and edit and all that, so I didn't have to pay somebody else to do it.
For example, podcasting.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that too.
It was a thing when we were locked down. We were in COVID. Not a lot of television shows were being put out. Not a lot of movies were being put out. So people were like, "Well, fuck it, we'll just talk."
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And we'll, like, right now, what we have right now. Are we in a overly saturated market?
Oh,
I mean,
podcasting for
it
sure.
make podcasts. I'm sure. I mean, I know y'all probably got a lot of people.
Yeah.
There's a lot of podcasts out
It
here,
is.
man. It really is, man. But like I said, but you can look at it that way. But also, you a service for somebody. Like you're not gonna be able to reach everybody, so it might not be oversaturated. Like even with the detailing thing, like it's some crazy detailers out here, bro. Like they be trying to beat with you. But anyway, I be trying to tell detailers like, yo, bro, like you can't service everybody. It's a million cars out here in Virginia. You cannot get all them cars, man. So we need entrepreneurs as well. Though. We need them as well because you're gonna be able to service everybody. Even with the hairdressers, that one hairdresser, she probably don't got everybody out there. You know what I mean? So
She's not booked by everybody.
yeah.
I see what
So
you're saying.
I mean, like
Or booked by a certain caliber individual.
yeah. So like it can go either way.
Well, I mean, to add on to that, that's like saying, like, would you rather for yourself, right, for the like a super necessity job as far as like a plumber, guys like that, would you rather go work for somebody else doing that type of work, or
Work
just
for
get your
yourself.
certifications to get to be able to do that shit yourself? Like, I mean, I know for a lot of like those type of jobs, you'll have to work somewhere in order to get the experience hours or whatever, which makes sense. Like, because to me, I'd much rather go have to work for somebody for 2 years instead of where I'll get paid to learn how to do the job, opposed to
I got my certificate. Let me work
I
on
gotta
your
go.
pipes.
I
Fuck
gotta
no.
go to college and pay them to teach me how to do shit that you could just go to trade school or a lot of things. You know what I mean? So, I mean, for me, if you're willing to go into a business that has the what's the word that I'm looking for? Like people need it. What's the word?
Service.
Nope. No. I'm thinking like that's in demand.
Okay.
Sorry. If you're going into a service that's in demand in your area, why not?
Yeah.
I'd rather make my own money than make money under somebody else where they're getting paid $600 to do a 2-hour job and I'm getting paid 40. Like,
Yeah.
fuck that, dude. I'll take the 600 and pay somebody 40.
I
You know what I'm
definitely
saying?
understand.
Like,
I'm just mad that you had to lift up your hat to think.
I did, bro. I
you had
couldn't
to
think of
let
the
your
word.
forehead
His hat was too
breathe.
tight.
It'd be like
That
that,
shit
bro.
too tight.
Bro, I've been up since 3 o'clock this morning.
Same.
I've been on a roll all day. I've been going.
Same.
I've been moving, grooving. I went to work. I did
You
the
got me
music
about 2
tech
hours.
class. I'm fucking tired, but I'm up at the same time. Like, this shit's got me
So
wild.
but let me ask you a question. I forgot to
Talk.
ask, but how everybody feeling mentally though, on a mental level today though? You know what I mean?
Oh, let me tell you.
I love it.
Ow!
I love it.
So
Yeah.
I was
On a scale of 1
earlier.
through 10 first though, what's the number?
Nah, on a scale of 1 through 10.
Well, it's a good time to bring back the goods and bads. We haven't done that.
Oh
in a
yeah,
while
we
anyway.
haven't done that.
Just go ahead with the goods then, since we're on it.
Well, on a scale of 1 through 10, I don't know, because see, this is the thing. Somebody like me, that fluctuates in a day, you know. Right now, I'm at a 10. I'm feeling pretty good. Earlier, I was probably at like a 3. Before I was maybe at a 6-ish, you know.
So your average probably what, like a 7?
Yeah, we gonna
Okay.
go a 7. There we
Alright,
go.
that's a bet.
Average it out.
Me personally, I've been on a pretty, like I said, I've been on an upward scale. I've also cut some things out of my life recently, things
That's
that
good.
I needed to, things that I felt like I had to step away from. I did that recently, and ever since I did that, I've been feeling pretty good. I've been on a good, like I said, I started lifting the weights pretty much every day again. It's now, I'm ready to start getting back out and walking again and getting back active with the cardio. It's been beautiful outside. Too,
You said you ready or you are?
No, I'm ready. Like, it's,
So you are.
It's about time.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, it's about time that
Got to,
like
man.
tomorrow morning, I'm after my music tech, I'm gonna go most likely to Sandy Bottom, walk
Yep.
that trail. Fucking love it. I love
Yeah,
going
man.
out there.
I love.
But yeah, I would say I'm probably at about a 8, 7 right now, 7 or 8 out of
Okay.
10. Feeling pretty good. Feeling pretty happy today. I've been in a good mood the last few days. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
That's
What about you,
good.
brother?
Solid 3.
What's up, man? Why you at 3-4?
I already knew it.
Right.
I
It's
knew
a
it.
solid
Nah,
3.
the way he was talking in the car, man, he going through it.
A solid 3 because I'm asking the whys. Like, I'm trying to find the motivation to accomplish certain things, but at the same time, I'm just like, why?
You are why what though?
What is the benefit of pursuing relationships? What is the benefit of working where I'm working? What is the point of, like, what is my end goal? What am I, like, I know what I want to do.
Mhm.
Like I said in the beginning of the podcast, I said I want to change lives. I want to help somebody, and just have a chain effect.
Yeah.
But the course that I'm running right now, I'm trying to understand, is it the right one? The decisions that I'm making, I'm asking, is it worth it?
Yeah.
Like earlier, before we walked in here, he was like, "Man, you looking rough." I'm just like, "Well, I've been up 12 hours working, like."
Yeah.
But then at the same time, I'm just like, "Why? Why am I killing myself? What is the like?" Because bills are gonna be here at the end of the day. As an adult, my grandmother used to say, "You're gonna be an adult way longer than you're a child," and I never understood that.
Ooh.
But now, as an adult, 29 years old, and I'm just like, yo, it doesn't matter if I'm broke. It doesn't matter if I'm at a median. It doesn't even matter if I'm rich. I'm still going to have to pay bills. I'm still going to have to do something to sustain a livelihood. But then I ask myself, what livelihood am I trying to make? Because I just, like I told Taylor in the car, I'm just like, y'all want to help a bunch of people, and I just want to go ghost. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But why you want to go ghost though?
Because I want to see another purpose of my life. I want to see if I can live without society. And when I mean society, like the whole
to the country, baby. Move
entertainment. Like, can I grow my own crops? Can I filter my own water? Can I build my own shelter? Can I survive with what God
said I wanted
down
to
here?
get a cabin in the fucking mountains.
Can you survive what God put down for us?
Yeah,
that's how he's really supposed to be. In living like nature type shit, yeah.
And that's where I'm at right now. Like, besides the bills,
but at the same time, okay, so you on the right path though. You got the right mindset. It all starts with the mindset. So you just gotta. I'm gonna tell y'all. We gonna get kind of deep right here, but I'm gonna tell y'all. So one of the things that I've done, right, what I did to get on this journey, I stared in the mirror and I tried to find out who I was. You know what I mean? So I stared in the mirror and I did every emotion. I cried, laughed, whatever. It might sound crazy to somebody, but I don't think people understand looking themselves in the mirror. We don't look at each other. We don't look at ourselves too much. When we look at ourselves, all we doing is brushing our teeth, washing our face, and go. We let everybody perception of everybody has a perception of us, right? And we let that dictate who we are, rather than looking in the mirror and be like, "Yo, this is who I am." So when I figured that out, man, that's when I really started to get this shit going and rolling. And it seems like you on that journey. You just gotta stop time, because time is only illusion. You know that, right? You got the power to stop time in your own universe. Your universe. Don't think about anybody else. Your universe. You got time to stop that shit and really dissect what you're gonna do in your life. You got that. You got that power. You got any type of power that you want in your life. You got that shit, bro. So you just gotta stay focused and lock in, man. That's it. You already know what you want to do. You want to serve people. You want to be this great person. Do it then. Don't just talk about it, do it. And it starts on an everyday process, and you got to fall in love with that process. You got to fall in love with the process.
It's not going to happen overnight.
Yeah, it's not going to happen overnight, man. You can't just be like, oh, I want to do this. All right, well, it's going to take steps. And then when you in those steps, you got to live in that moment. You got to live in the moment. Don't live in the past, because that's going to bring depression. Don't live in the future. That's going to bring anxiety. Live in the moment. Live in this moment right here, right now.
And you also have to remember that in order to help somebody else, you do have to help yourself.
Facts. You got to be right.
These are all key points, especially living, because sometimes you think about it, like,
living in the past, man.
I'm already planning what's about to happen next week, and I'm not even there yet. So
you get anxiety. You overthink about that shit when all you got to do is live in the moment. You're not even there yet.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy, because I was just talking about decision fatigue, and that goes a lot with decision fatigue, because of the fact that you're thinking way further than what you really have to. It's like you trying to prepare everything for a week ahead of time, and it's like, baby, you still got to make decisions today and tomorrow. This decision's always got to be made. Like, you overdoing it.
Yeah.
I
think that's
I find myself overthinking all the time.
That is one of the biggest problems, bro. It's just like, you can't stop it. And like, even when I try to rest, like, you try to go to sleep, I'm already thinking about tomorrow. All right, tomorrow I'm gonna do this.
Me too, and that's what stops me from sleeping, bro.
Like, and it keeps me up, because I'm just like, okay, well, if that doesn't work, then I need to do this, and if that doesn't work, I'm gonna run this. Okay, if I can't do this, then I'm gonna do that, and it just constantly.
But you know what you should start practicing? Waking up being grateful. You should never bring in yesterday's problem to today. That shit is over with. You cannot bring yesterday's problem to today. That shit is long gone. You can't bring 10 minutes ago. You can't bring that shit back, man. You got to be grateful that you still living and be like, yo, all right, okay, something new, spark it. I got to go. You know what I'm saying?
That's
And
that was a big part of
the
my
crazy
journey
thing
was
about it,
that.
like have noticed that, because I was telling people, I was like, yeah, man, I'll drink if I'm doing a podcast, and I'll drink heavy.
Yeah.
But I've stopped kind of drinking, and I'm just like, it don't hit no more. Or I'll smoke to like ease my mind and shit like that. But then when I stopped, that's when I started staying up the most, and then I'm just trying to calm my head down. And I am grateful, because at 29, I've seen more people younger than me that I wish I was in their position. Like, for example, Takeoff.
Yeah.
Me and him were the same age, and I'm looking at his life like, damn, you had it all. You had the girls, the cars, the houses, the clothes. You had everything, and then dead. Gone.
Yep.
And I'm dealing with mortality a lot as well. Like,
But,
I feel like
go ahead.
That's one thing that, because there's a lot of
real,
things
though.
that have been said that I've like I've learned about my own personal journey. Because before I started going to the gym, I did the looking in the mirror thing.
Yeah.
I looked in the mirror one day, and I was about to take a shower, and I had no clothes on, and I was looking at myself, and I was looking at what I liked, and I looked at what I didn't like, and I looked at what I felt like would look better on me type shit. Like, I was like, I feel like I'd look better if I had this and this, and then I started just like, all right, well, I have to go work to go get this. You know what I'm saying? And that really motivated me, because I was doing that pretty much every morning. Because I got a mirror in my room too, so like I would just look in the mirror and just like look at myself and be like, I want to like what I look at. You know what I'm saying?
You was creating a reality. You gotta understand, we are creators. Anything we do in this life, we are creators. Like, so everything starts with a thought. So you got to create that. So like the person that made a car, it start with a thought. They create that reality. If you look in the mirror, you want this type of body for yourself, you're going to create that reality. And that's all part of living in the moment and loving the process. You're creating a reality for yourself. Yeah. So you got to understand that we are creators, though, for sure.
Yeah, and that was also one of the big things that I've learned, is that, like, I feel like me as a person, I cared too much about, I don't want to speak for everybody, just for myself. I cared too much about everybody else's perception of me, that I was losing who I actually wanted to be and who I actually was, you know. And that was one of those things that you have to like really sit down and like y'all were saying, just like really like pick at yourself and just like take a break from everything and everybody else. Because I've learned, one of the biggest things that I learned is that when you stop caring so much about what other people think, you start to love yourself a hell of a lot more.
You do.
Because you're embarrassed about a lot less. You don't think about as much, because you're not like sitting there, oh, I don't want to say something stupid. I don't want to fucking, if you say something stupid, then you say something stupid. It's who you are. You know, it's like, I've been starting to like have that, not starting, I've been through this, you know, having that mindset of like, who cares about how they feel about you? This is who you are, you know, whether it's good, bad, whatever, their perception of you and what they think in their mind shouldn't affect who I am to myself or how I think about myself. You think I'm ugly? Cool. So are you.
But but that's true though, because you gotta understand, like I feel like as humans, we were stripped away from our own identity, because we couldn't, like I said, when we born in this world, we always get told, oh, you pretty, you a nice little baby, this, that, and the third. You always get somebody's opinion on you since you was born. You know what I mean? So we walk in this walk. We can't see ourselves every single second of the day. You got to look at yourself. But so that's true though. Like, you got to really stop caring. I remember I used to care about people think, and I used to like drop like freestyle videos. And them shit used to be hard because I'm crazy with it. But if it didn't get a certain amount of views in a certain amount of time, I'd be like, man, I'm about to delete this shit. Just overthinking, you know what I mean? For no fucking reason.
That's how I used to be with pictures.
Yeah,
alone.
like, come on,
like,
man.
I remember being, I was out of high school, like fresh out of high school, but taking a picture, and I'm like, ooh, it's an hour done passed, and I only got like 12 likes. Oh no, I gotta delete this. And I look back at that like, girl,
facts.
You was really that worried about somebody else's opinion?
So
it could have been one like, baby, you looked good that day.
So do you believe that social media creates an identity crisis?
Facts.
Definitely.
Facts.
100%. I think that's the biggest.
Definitely.
That's what the biggest problem is right now in society, is that everybody is seeing how everybody else is living on the internet, and they want to copy it. There's something about somebody else in this world that you're seeing, and you're just like, dang, I want that, and it's creating a lot of jealousy, it's creating a lot of envy, it's creating a whole lot of like separation, a lot of like just division between everybody, because now you got people who are like, oh, I think life should be live like this, alpha, alpha, alpha. You got to be this, you got to be that, and then you got other people like, okay, like you feel like that makes you a man or whatever, like, so you have just different perspectives on everything, and now it's creating division between everybody because some people feel like they gotta live this way.
I feel like people be trying to eliminate individuality, and that's the thing. And individuality exists, and people got to keep that in mind. No one person is the exact same.
But it's also because we have a whole millions of people getting online and just saying, this is how you should live, or you shouldn't think this way.
But that's my point, because everybody is blurring it's like nobody believes in individuality for real. Everybody tries to group everybody into a lump sum, and not everybody has
that's
the same
what happens
opinion.
with the men and women debate of all men are the same, all women are the same.
No, they're not. I didn't believe it at first, with the whole, like, we do the 20v1s and stuff like that, and men are like this, and women are like this, and you see all these podcasts, and at first when podcasts came out, that was a big thing, women versus men, and telling each other what we are, when it's just like, yo, you don't live in our shoes.
But you know what that do though? That separates the man and the woman from each other. I be telling all, like, why we debating? We need each other. Fuck all that. Yo, this man ain't shit. This man ain't that. Nah, we need each other. That's how we gonna create.
This is not.
That's what I'm saying though. Is that like not? But the problem is that you have one person on a podcast trying to speak for the vast majority of everybody else, when that's just their mindset. That's not how, like, there's millions of people who might think like you, but there's millions of people who also don't. So for you to sit there and be like, oh, well, men feel this way or women feel this way. No, some do, but not everybody does. So instead of trying to speak for everybody, that's what I've been such an advocate of. Let me speak for myself, not for everybody else, because I can't. My thoughts on how shit works isn't your thoughts, isn't your thoughts, isn't her thoughts. We all have our own thought process.
That's why I was trying to explain Tay and the card, because I was just like, yo, what is the purpose of a relationship? And she was like, oh, you build and you work together and you plan. But it's just like,
wait, hold on, because I get where you're going with this one. Yes, people have different ways of, like, they have different thought processes. They might think different things, but there are people out there that have similar thought patterns. There are people out there that think the same way, that move the same way. Honestly, it's like, better yet, I genuinely do still believe that everybody comes from one consciousness.
The Pangea effect.
And if we all come from one consciousness, then we all gotta have some type of similarity within one another. And I feel like that whole, like, the whole man versus woman thing, I feel like it was a blessing and a curse, because there were a lot of people that just warred against each other. However, there are a lot of people that took insight from that, and it just gave them more opportunity to open communication. Which is the reason why we have a lot more coaches. We have more people that are actually speaking on positive aspects of the relationship. Hey, you could actually just talk and da-da-da-da. But of course, it's being overshadowed with the negative, because I feel like media pushes toxicity.
They do.
But but there was positives that came out of that whole movement. It's just that people don't shine light on those as much as they do the negative.
Well, that's because the negative shit makes money. All the positive shit don't really make money, apparently.
But why as a society, why do we need drama? Why do we need clickbait?
Let me ask you a question. Would you rather see two people hugging each other or two people fighting each other? Which one is really going to catch you?
I like to see people hugging each other.
Yeah, I put that on everything I love.
I 100% can guarantee
men frolicking made me happy.
Like and then two people started fighting out in the hallway. Y'all ain't gonna be looking over here. Y'all gonna be looking out there.
I'm gonna be like, what the fuck is going on out there?
That's a good example.
My thought process on people fighting is just like, yo,
here we go.
If I gotta fight you, it's because you're a threat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I think of the negative, the big negative. Like, you don't like me enough to hurt me. So if I'm looking at a fight, I'm like, hey, bro, it ain't that fucking serious. But if somebody's hugging, it's just like, damn, I want with that.
I want a piece of that, right?
Like, I want that.
But you're missing the point, though, right? So in the moment, right, you're seeing two people hugging. You're like, damn, I want that. But then again, a fight breaks out behind you, and all of your attention is now turned.
I think you're missing the point.
No longer looking at those two people hugging.
It's our natural feeling to be like, hold on, what the fuck going on?
I think you're missing the point. Everybody thinks differently, baby.
Come on.
Because personally, sitting right here, I could see two people in there hugging and go, oh, I want a piece of that. And hear a ruckus going out there and say, somebody close the fucking door. I don't want anything to
And
do
you
with
did
that.
just say you
I
don't think
want
for
to
nobody.
You're 100%. You're 100%
I
right.
want to see people loving. Men frolicking, that shit makes me happy.
Bro, those videos are so
Those
funny.
videos made
Did you
me
see
smile.
that shit?
It's
Motherfuckers frolicking. We frolicking, bro. We frolicking,
It
bro.
was. We
Bro, that shit
frolicking,
made
bro.
me
Dude
smile,
was like,
bro.
I
I'm
didn't
not
know
even
we
gonna
was
lie.
frolicking today.
Yeah, bro,
It's
that
like,
shit made me happy.
Videos
bro.
What the fuck
like
is- what the
stuff
fuck
like
is
that, I would rather
What
see.
the fuck is that?
Frolicking is like a
Running
it's like
in
a
the
stride,
fields.
a stride,
Okay.
but
Yeah,
it's like a
it's
peaceful
like imagine
stride.
like
It's
you're
like a
like
skip
skipping
kinda
through
run.
the fields
Oh,
type
you
shit.
frolicking.
Yeah.
All these
Frolicking.
dudes, like, I'm talking like some of those motherfuckers look like gangbanger dudes.
No, they
bro.
did.
Like they looked hard as a bitch, but they was like, oh, this is what we doing.
We
in the
frolicking.
fields, we frolicking today.
But you see how that
Okay.
make you feel though. It make
it
you
was
feel
good.
like
Yeah,
it make you
I
feel
like,
good.
I like watching shit.
Because
like
that's
for
what the
sure.
universe is about. It's about love, man. You supposed
But
to love.
media wants you to believe everything in opposition to that
Facts.
because they want you to dive into media. They
Facts.
want you to live on that social media
Facts.
all day.
So-
They don't want you to go outside and see real life.
Well, I don't know how like hip you guys are to psychedelics, but they be saying like in a lot of psychedelics that it shows you like the
Peace,
true.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
shows
why do you think it's like that? Though?
because
Like,
I don't know. I'm not going to go ahead.
nah, go ahead.
No, I want to hear what you got to say.
Yeah,
Because like I said,
Right? Hold on, hold on.
because I never done psychedelics, but I do want to do it though. But I do believe that, like I said, I believe that we are spiritual beings having a human experience. So
Yeah.
I do believe once you take that, it's like a chemical effect in that to make you go to that other world.
What I would recommend is if you do some shrooms for sure,
Yeah,
and if you're gonna do them in a very comforting place
yeah,
with one other person at the most, nobody else,
yep.
and just like let the shit just take you. Because I have done shrooms before, and it is a good experience. It was for me at least. Like
I
pretty
didn't
damn
realize
good
I was high on
experience.
shrooms for
Sure.
real, for real.
I heard
First of all,
people
Shorty was over here
Yeah,
just like,
you
wait,
were
I'm
fucking
I was
lying.
happy.
she
I heard
We had
people
to
be
tell
talking
you to
about
stop
2
taking them
hours
because you were
straight.
gone.
the trees talk to you.
When? When?
Do you not remember?
No,
that?
I
You don't
remember
even
the Pretty
episode,
Loco
'cause Monty-
episode. I remember that
'cause-
episode fully. That was my
Monty
favorite
was like, Monty
episode.
was like, "Hey, no more shrooms for you."
Because
You
I
need to
felt really
chill."
nice. I was
Bro,
having
Shorty
fun.
was
I
was literally sitting there talking to me for like 30 minutes and was just like, when are these gonna kick in? And I'm like,
they've kicked in. And I was like, oh, they did. That's
Because
crazy. I
you
feel
are
normal.
over here talking about the most random
I felt normal.
sweet nothings I've ever heard in my life. Like they were just
Felt normal.
It was
But see, that's
Felt like
why
it was
I
meant to
feel-
be.
But
What you
anyway,
mean?
hold on, let me get to the point.
Yeah,
Opposed to even doing it with somebody, I like to do it by myself and knowing that I'm gonna seclude myself from the because like during that experience, I like just like close your eyes and just let your imagination go, and it will take you to some wild places. But everything is peaceful. Everything is peaceful.
Yeah, so you have uppers and you have downers.
Like, take for instance.
You have some people that do hardcore drugs that are trying to
I
escape from a
can't do all that
past,
shit.
and
Fuck
you
that.
have some that live like that. But everybody
I was
has
having
their.
that psychedelics in a minute.
It's like one of those things
Been a
where
while.
you go into a chamber, like, you know what I'm saying. You go into yourself, and when you're on an upper, like some people's uppers might be bud, might be mushrooms.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And some people's downers might be like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna drink a bottle, man. Fuck them,
Oh, yeah,
fuck
straight
that. Like,
downer.
have you ever noticed like when people are drunk,
They're aggressive. They're angry.
they're aggressive, but they're honest. They
Yeah.
don't care anymore. It's a
I'm not
certain.
an aggressive drunk.
Well, I don't know
it's
because I'm a
certain-
lover.
Some
I love
are.
Yeah,
it.
some
You're
some
right,
are.
you're right.
That depends if what
depends
you're
on what they're
taking,
going
the narcotics that you're taking, or the alcohol, beverage, whatever. It depends on how you see it. Like some people, like I said, alcohol could be a downer. Some could be an upper. You know what I'm
I
saying?
love everybody when I'm drunk.
I love
Some
everybody
people do.
anyway.
Some people do crack, and they're just like, you know what? I want to help them. I'm gonna clean their house. I'm gonna
Shit.
clean their car.
No,
Shit.
You got the, you
crackheads
got
are the hardest workers.
Yeah,
There
they
you
said I'm
go.
about to clean their house and their car, so hopefully they give me $5 for more crack.
No,
Nah,
Santo,
facts.
I
But they
didn't mean
feel
to pass that
good.
on.
It's an upper,
Yeah, I mean, I see.
and some suck dick for crack.
yeah,
that's
but,
a downer.
but those also destroy people's lives, bro, and like kill you type shit. Like I don't know, like all those narcotics and shit. I smoke weed. That's it, and that's all it'll ever be.
Let me ask you a
What?
question though. I mean, I'm sorry.
No. Ask the
So
question.
what was the first question you said about the psychedelics? Like, why do you feel like it takes you to that other?
Yeah, like well, that's what I was asking, but that was really only for people who've only been able to who've done it.
why
all.
do I
Like,
feel
if
like
you haven't
it?
done it,
Yeah.
then you wouldn't really know.
I feel like it. All right, so me personally, I always felt like certain like plants alone,
Mm-hmm.
if they're giving you some type of effect, I feel like it's kind of
no,
meant
that was
to
no. I'm
be.
sorry. Yeah, that just made me like no.
Because,
I had a
like,
deeper
if-
question than like why why is our conscience going to peace, straight peace
Oh, because that's
on
what our
these type of psychedelic drugs?
that's what
opposed
it's
to, like-
supposed to be.
That's what.
That's
yeah.
what I'm saying. So that was my point of all of that. Sorry. is
Oh
that
yeah.
that-
When you're at it,
They say
oh,
that you see the real world type of thing when you're
Yeah.
on psychedelics.
and that makes so much sense because,
Yeah.
like, take for instance, people that are addicted to other drugs, opiates, things like that, and they don't have it, and they go crazy. You know, they just kind of like, you know, it's bad. It gets bad. You have bad withdrawals from alcohol, but you don't really hear too many people saying, "Yeah, I'm having a shroom withdrawal."
Yeah, I mean, me personally, I don't think I
Or
could be
I
able
don't
to
have-
take that shit
or-
every day. That's like a every once in a
I mean,
8
people
months
microdose
type of thing.
People
Yeah,
microdose.
Yeah, I see. I've heard of that too, and I've done that too
But I
because
feel
like,
like
I had.
people chase it, even with bud. I've seen motherfuckers like me. Everybody know I'm a
I mean,
lightweight.
yeah, I'll still
I feel like
smoke.
that's
I can hit that shit once and I'm high as fuck, but most people got to smoke a 3.5 or something higher.
Yeah.
You're chasing that feeling. You're chasing
Chasing
that
yeah.
that
See,
moment.
And
Yeah.
at that point,
That's real, bro.
I'm not sure if it's necessarily the product that's addictive or the mind,
Mm,
because a lot of people have addictive personalities.
mm.
People get addicted to food, and it could be healthy food, but they're addicted to it because their mind believes so.
Addicted to lettuce is crazy.
No, that would be crazy. It's people that eat tissue, bruh.
I mean, you got to think, brother. Like, I mean, you don't have to necessarily be addicted, but once your mind gets set on something, it's just like.
The mind is a powerful thing,
Yeah, the mind
which
a
is the
very
reason why they
powerful
try to
thing.
control it.
So let me ask y'all another question, right?
ahead.
So, and it's kind of harks back on the psychedelics and the
Okay.
peace that y'all see, but what do y'all think happens when we cease to exist on this plane, on this realm? With that consciousness, do you think consciousness still go?
Unfortunately, because like I said, I'm dealing with the mortality aspect. I've lost faith in it.
So,
I-
go ahead.
And I've lost faith in
that's
it
harsh.
because it's just like I didn't want to bring it up, but I am because
Go
I'm like
ahead.
I'm dealing with it.
Yeah.
We had a homeboy that's been here. He was sitting right here. He was sitting right there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
All right,
I've
PG Low.
I've called. I've cried. I've done everything that you would think biblically you could do to be like, hey, bro, just give me a sign. Just do this for me, and I haven't got it.
Mhm.
Even with my grandfather, biggest inspiration.
Yeah, but maybe
You're looking
like
for it.
maybe people like maybe the afterlife doesn't want people to know what happens because they don't want people to just go off and kill themselves. Like maybe that you need people to be alive in order for the afterlife to continue to do its thing. Like
Okay, so I'm not
'cause-
going to speak for because I know people with depression. I know people that think like that. But I'm saying for my aspect, like,
Yeah.
hey, bro, we've had those conversations of the afterlife, like you just said.
Yeah.
We've had those moments where, man, hey, when I die, bro, I'm gonna write something on the wall to let you know the shit real. Like, and though we were joking, but now I'm looking for it. Now I'm just like, hey, bro, if you still here, turn off the game for me real quick. Like,
well, that's the thing. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you can't, on this experience that we're having right now, you're not going to be able to fathom what goes on that
Yeah.
on that world, on that realm, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to be able to fathom what's going on.
Yeah.
I personally believe our conscience continues to go.
I think
Like,
it does.
because
to be
the
honest.
way that I got real spiritual, and this was in between my first 30 days. This might sound crazy, but I was listening to people near death experiences and hearing how what they saw. And if y'all just look up on that shit, bro, like, I think that shit would change motherfuckers' lives. But
Yeah.
people near death experience and what they saw and how they felt, they just felt unconditional love. They felt like they
Yeah.
didn't even want to come back to this motherfucker. You know
Actually,
what
I
I'm
have a very close friend that I grew up with. His name was Dylan. He got stationed down here a few years back, but he ended up having a bad incident that almost took his life. Like,
Mhm.
he fell off of like a 3-story balcony, hit the ground, almost took his life. But like when after that all happened, he was just a different person. But I don't want to say in a good way, but it wasn't in a bad way at all. It was more or less like I said, he seemed way more appreciative of life and like just loving and caring and just happy to be alive, opposed to the Dylan that I knew prior to that.
but
who
do you
was-
think it was a spiritual thing, or if it's just like, bro, this could have been? There is no like video game wise. There is no respawn. There is no gulag. It's just black, and that is what I'm suffering from. I'm just like, where does it go? And they give us all, and I've studied and I've read and I've tried to believe and it's not just Christianity but Buddhist.
I just have a quick question. You have dreams, right?
On most occasions, yes.
When do you have your dreams?
Usually depending on what I end up watching before I go to sleep.
No. When do you have your dreams? When you're asleep, right?
Yeah.
When you're
okay.
asleep.
Yeah.
Sleep is the cousin of
Death.
because you're conscious. You're really not conscious anymore, but you can still see
Your
in your dreams, right? So, if we can see dreams, what makes you think that after we're dead,
our minds just stop?
you're pretty much when you're
But
asleep, you're pretty much almost
but you're
dead.
still
No?
falling. You're still falling in that loop of okay, cool dreams. I haven't had dreams. Well, I'm a fucking damn superhero. I didn't have dreams.
So
it's
I
just
understand
like,
that, but I'm saying you're able to see something when you're
All right.
nearly dead, pretty much, because when you're asleep, it's like you're
I want to hear what she said.
you're unconscious type shit.
So this is how I see it. I do feel like consciousness doesn't die. However, I do feel like all souls don't reach a level of consciousness to continue to live after death.
Yes.
I do feel like some consciousness die off because you aren't doing any work to elevate your consciousness.
On this playing field, right? Yep.
If you're not doing any work to elevate the consciousness, after a while, you might not ever like you said when you're looking for signs and stuff like that. And like I said, I feel like sometimes you're being a little too broad with it. You're looking for broad signs. You really do have to just kind of like not think about shit like that at all, and just think about it as if they are still here. Because let me tell you something, there's been so many times where something random fucking me thinking about that man, and a goddamn Drake song that I remember of him singing fucking coming on. It was a situation I was just talking to Monty about not too long ago in the house. When I'm talking about wisdom, and you know how I always felt like D-Lo was so wise beyond his years. I always felt like, bro, you've been here before. It ain't no way in hell. Like, you got all of this shit figured out already, and you're not even 30 yet. How? Like, and I was sitting in the room, and I said out loud, I never say this shit out loud. I think it often, but I never say it out loud. Said, you know what? That makes me fear sometimes, because I always felt like maybe my life will be shortened because of how wise I might be. As soon as I said that, something crashed in my bathroom. Baby daddy even said, what the fuck? We both looking like, what the hell? Go in there, nothing fell. Nothing. Everything is in
That's
place.
What keeps
bro.
happening over here, though.
Everything
we keep
is in place.
Something smack
but
like
no,
it's in the ground,
but what I'm saying is you have to look at the situational aspects of certain
I'm
things.
saying like I feel like he's always watching because that keeps happening.
Just the other day when I came in here by myself, that garnet picture, it was hanging up, was sitting in the middle. All of a sudden, it fell down out of nowhere. All of these pictures are D-Los.
That one just falls out the random.
All of these are D-Los. I made sure I made him know out of all of these pictures that he brought in, Garnet was mine because Garnet is my birthstone.
But like, why he keep trying to break the pictures?
I feel like that's just a notification thing. But I don't feel like
he got to make his rounds though. He probably up there
exactly.
His
you
rounds,
can't you can't feel like he just got to show himself to you all the time too. And that's the thing too. I feel like we still kind of hold the consciousness to the person that it was attached to.
Yeah,
that's no longer that person that it was attached to.
Yeah,
it was the soul, the spirit that you got attached to, and that's what you need to be looking for. Signs of that spirit itself, not signs of that individual. If you get what I'm saying.
Yeah. Because I think that's why you're kind of where you're at right now is because you've been searching too heavily for that.
And that's how you can trip yourself on demonic spirits too, because those are still out there. And if you don't practice discernment, you can get yourself messed up in some serious stuff.
That's true.
A lot of religious stuff.
No, really, because that's religion is spiritual.
Because I mean, y'all know I'm not really religious. I'm more or less spiritual. I do believe that there is something that happens to us when we go, but that's where like. I start thinking also about like the other universes. Like there's different universes in this.
Come on, it has to be. It has to be.
So when our conscience leaves this body, it's just whoo through the time warp of a different universe. Either we're just in that universe now after we die here, or we're getting reincarnated somewhere else to something else.
Or you might just be in this little limbo state.
I do believe that reincarnation is a real thing, but I believe it's a real thing if you don't get your shit right on this realm. And I believe if you get everything right on this realm, and you go to the afterlife, it's levels.
Yeah.
You could probably go to the third dimension. I mean, this is a third dimension, but the fifth dimension, the sixth dimension. I just believe your consciousness will keep on going
even
up.
the book of Enoch said the heavens have levels.
Facts, it do.
Yeah.
It does.
There's levels to heaven.
Yeah.
It really does. And it all depends on your consciousness and just the love that you share for people. And that's why you have to find your purpose while you're here. Because you don't want to keep on doing this shit. I mean, it's cool to be grateful. It's cool to be living. It's cool to be doing this shit. But you don't want to keep doing this shit for real, for real.
I mean, maybe this is just like one step for our consciousness. Like,
it is.
Maybe, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's just different steps that our consciousness has to go through. And being a human in this world is just one of them to see, like, how strong are you? Like, how strong is your mind?
Are you
like,
really?
Where's your brain at? We got to see where your consciousness is at right now in order to see if you can move forward.
Would it be selfish to say you want to live forever?
No, I don't feel
I'm
like that
not going to
would be
lie
selfish.
to you. 100%. Fuck no.
Nah.
Unless everybody else is living forever too. Like, because if I were to live forever,
That
and
would be
nobody else
depressing.
around me, that means I'm going to watch her die. I'm
You're gonna watch everybody die around
I'm
you.
going to watch everybody die.
Vampires are sad.
And I'm
going
to be all alone at some point. In 1,000 years, I'm not going to have nobody but myself. Unless, I mean, of course, if I keep building relationships with people. But then at some point, you got to think, if I keep having to rebuild relationships with somebody just to watch them die at some point while I'm still living, eventually I'm going to get sick of that. I'm going to be like, well, I don't want to keep doing this shit. Every 20 years, I got to build a whole new life. Like, nah, fuck that. You have to continuously watch your entire family die over and over and over and over.
rebuild and watch them die again and rebuild and watch them die again. Unless you turn. Well, never mind. We're not talking vampires. Sorry.
Literally have that thought on a daily basis because it's just like, I don't want to seem like I'm selfish, but at the same time, sometimes I do feel like I'm selfish because you ever hear that saying, I came in this world alone, I'm going to die alone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm okay. Though it hurts me, right? Like I said, my grandfather was a big figure. I lost a homie. I lost a best friend. But at the same time, I'm stuck here. Like, I gotta make things work. I gotta keep pursuing. Like I said, I don't think, like I said, if I help somebody right now, like if I really, really help somebody and like the web of success or something like that just keeps on weaving, then I could die. But until then, I do not want to.
Well, so here's the thing though, is like, if you were to live forever, what's the point of life then? Like, because I feel like at this point, knowing that I'm going to die at some point, I do kind of want to make the best of what my life is. Because if I knew that I wasn't going to die,
that is why people
and that's why and that's why I kind of like his perception when he was saying, yo, I woke up this morning. I should be blessed. I should be happy. And that's probably one of the next stepping stones that I got to work on, because in my head, today's Monday? I know for a fact I'm coming up.
You
Tuesday.
know what? At work,
you know what I'm saying? And praise. Hopefully nothing doesn't happen, because then this whole conversation is just bullshit. But in my head, in the back of my head, when it comes to logic, I know, okay, cool. I'm not gonna do anything crazy. I know when I get home, go to sleep. I'm be up in the morning. I'm gonna be at work. You know what I'm saying? Like that's my logic. Now, my spiritual beliefs and stuff like that, if it happens, I would be pissed. Whoever's up there is going to hear from me, and they're not going to. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like
now why did you bring me back? I'm already.
I had shit to do, and you cut it short. Send me the fuck back, and let me finish that shit. Yeah. Then you can call me. But at the same time, you can't control that. But you know, in my logic, like, like the day I pass away, before I get shit done, there's gonna be fucking thunderstorms and hurricanes for 30 days and 30 nights.
Hey, bro, start that journey right now, bro. Like, you got it, bro. Like, that's all. You just start that shit, man. Yeah. You saying all the right shit. You want to help somebody. You want to be somebody's purpose, bro. Like, start that shit, my nigga. Start it, bro. It ain't nothing to. What Nike say? Just do it. The simplest goddamn terms. Just do it. Man, come on, man.
They making millions off of 3 weeks.
I feel like that was in the Bible, and they was like, let me just wipe that out.
Yeah,
right.
But nah, for real though, bro. Like, for real, man. Just do it, bro. Like, you got it, bro. Like, I'm sure it's somebody out here that look up to you. You know what I mean? You might not see it. You can't think of. You know what I mean? But somebody out here, be the example, man. Be that example, man.
And even if you're not going to be an example for everybody else, just be an example for yourself, bro.
Facts.
Be somebody that you're proud
Facts.
of.
You have
like,
children.
Facts.
No, I mean, opposed to all of that, I'm talking about just who you truly love of yourself.
Facts.
Oh, yeah,
you
you're
have
right.
to, you gotta really
you
just do that work.
You have to be
really
on the
just-
journey to loving yourself unconditionally.
so that you can
You
love your
have-
kids,
you-
so that your kids can love you, so
Facts.
that you can, you know what I mean? It's like it's all of that together. It's learning to really truly love yourself, fall
Hey,
in love with
I
yourself.
want to say, because I said this yesterday. I was talking to a girl. She was like, you know, she put God first, her kid first. I'm like, and then herself. I'm like, hold on. I feel like you should put yourself first, because without yourself, then you're not gonna be able to provide for your kids and this, that, and the third. I just feel like you should. People should learn how to put themselves first, because all you have is yourself. All you have is you. You know what I mean? So, I mean, like I love my son. I love my son to death. But you know, without me having myself together, I'm not gonna be the best father for him. You know what I mean? I can't. You know, so.
And everybody needs to take that advice right there, just for everything in the world. If you don't love yourself, you shouldn't be dealing with other people.
That's
like,
true.
At all. Like
Facts.
at all.
And the way the universe works, man, the universe will let you know that you don't love yourself. You're gonna attract
sure.
a motherfucker that don't love themselves too.
For sure.
And y'all just gonna be pit fighting all the time.
And it's just like coming to terms with it too. It's like
Facts.
learning to accept it. Like, all right, I'm not where I want to be. Like, because we can sit here and we can talk about it all day. Oh, I want to do this. I want to go get better. I want to change my life, and then do not a fucking thing about it.
Yep.
And then sit there and continuously complain every day after day. I want to change. I want to change. I want to change. We can say it a million times, but it's like, are you saying it just to hear it, or are you saying it because you believe it? Like, are you saying it because it makes you feel better to say, oh, I want to go do this? Or are you saying it because you're like, no, I'm going to do this? Like, you know what I'm saying?
I got hit with that. And speaking of him again, I used to say it all the time. We used to joke about it in videos. Affirmations. And I would make jokes, kind of ease the pain a little bit. Like just in life in general, I constantly tell jokes, or I constantly want to see smiles because okay, cool, now I feel a little bit better about the situation. But I used to tell him a joke. He was just like, yeah, affirmations are important. You gotta mean what you say, and just like you just said. And I was like, man. In one of the videos, I'm just like, well, I sacrificed a chicken. I sacrificed a goat. Like, I should have $1 million right now. Like, I should have this. And he was like, nah, bro, it's deeper than that. And that's another thing that I'm working on, because I do the whole write your goals down for the month, blow the cinnamon, drink the moon water, wash your hand. I do it, but it's just like, are you doing it because you see it and it's supposedly supposed to work in? Or like you said, do you actually believe in it?
No, really, because if you don't really believe in what you're doing, none of that is going to work versus you just saying, I thank you and this is going to happen, and you believe that, and then it happens.
Because I feel like a lot of the times it's people like we'll be around each other and be like, oh, I want to go do this to better myself. I want to go do this. And we're saying it because it's making us sound maybe better.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, it's making us feel like, oh yeah, you know, they're going to see that I'm trying to improve, which again, now that's looking at how everybody else's perception of you is affecting yourself, because now you're sitting here pretty much telling lies to yourself that, oh, I'm about to go do this. And I think we all do it.
Yeah.
I really
I know I
like
do
we
it.
all
That's
do
why
it.
I
Yeah, I've done it
all the time.
multiple occasions.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah,
And but we do it because in the moment it might make us feel better, but do we really believe that? Like, are we going to really go home to take those steps to go and fucking better ourselves? You know what I mean? Because talking about it and being about it are two totally different things. And I feel like a lot of the times we're talking about it and we're not being about it, you know, and we got to stop that, because I feel like all of us do it, honestly.
Thanks.
Just us three in this room, because you're the guest. So, but us three in this room, I've been with y'all a long time, and I feel like there's a lot of things that all of us have said, which some we've done as a group, collectively and individually.
I just sent you a picture of my accomplishment. Ooh.
No, I know, and I'm very proud of you for that.
Thank
for your
you.
setup and what you've accomplished.
I'm
in
actually
music.
doing
once
shit.
I feel like once we really got your ass on that shit, you really were.
No,
She locked the fuck in,
I
ladies and
locked
gentlemen.
in,
Shit, and I'm
baby.
proud of
I
you for that,
locked
But
in.
you better continue to maintain.
Of course.
You feel me?
Baby, I was up all night trying to get that shit right.
I believe you.
That's what's up.
I
Congrats
believe
on
you.
whatever it is. Congratulations.
Like, it's,
She's a singer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Shorty is
And
sick.
and,
up.
and, and,
I'll
in
show
the
you- I'll
beginning,
show you
I did
something
not
before we go.
believe it. I did not believe in the things she said. I didn't believe in how she was doing it.
About
but when you
that,
finally
right?
heard it,
Come Closer is gonna be a hit.
I was like,
Come
Oh,
that
Closer,
shit
the
is gonna
song
be
that
a
me and
hit,
Tay
bro.
did is gonna be
That
a
shit
hit
is a
because
hit.
What's up?
that is the song out of all the songs that I've done that everybody keeps asking me for. Like
My-
I've had
my
multiple people
son
ask
sings
me
it.
specifically for that
I
song.
want to hear it out though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll play it for you.
My
when we're done.
son sings it. Mom, can we play "Come Closer"?
Yeah, I've had numerous people who I've showed the song who are like, "Wait, can you send that to me?" Or like, "When can I get that? When can I?" So
Yeah.
speaking of, we gotta get
We
that
gotta
photo shoot done
hit.
so we can
Yeah.
go ahead and
We gotta do the
We
photo
honestly
shoot.
we don't need a backdrop or
We
anything.
don't.
We just need to just take
Get
the
this
photo
shit done.
and then I
Facts.
can delete the background and then we'll get
We
that
got
shit
this.
done. We gotta like dress right though.
That's
I
what's
mean,
up,
Yeah.
man. Just keep creating your
Anyway.
reality, man. Whatever you want, just keep creating.
Definitely. Like you said, it really just takes really locking in.
Yeah,
Like,
that's all it
it's and
takes.
it's self-discipline, man, and I
Yeah.
think that's the biggest thing for me that I've learned is for myself is like learning different ways to discipline myself. Like there's habits that I have to break and that I have been breaking slowly through time
Yep.
that I'm proud of myself for. It's more or less like understanding the reward of what you want to accomplish
Mhm.
and then just going and getting that.
You know
I
what?
mean?
Now that I think about it, like Arik said earlier, how crap, how did it just slide past my mind that fast? But how you said that God dag on your motivation was that you didn't want to look back
Mhm.
and see that you had stopped again.
Yep.
And that's really what motivated me to really keep going with this one this time, mainly because I had pushed a song out.
Man, I would have.
I already got a song now.
Yep.
So now that I actually have a song, it would be real shitty for me not to just like,
Yeah.
I would be pissed at myself to stop all of it, go look 2 years later and be like, I really could have pushed out more.
Man, you never know how far that can take if you keep on going.
I'm saying,
Yeah.
and this is the thing about music too, right? Is that like, I feel like everybody is so like stuck on the fact of like, oh, I gotta make music and then blow, and you know, I'm not successful in my music unless I'm doing numbers and making money, this, that, and the other. For me, music, making my own music, fuck blowing up,
Right.
all of that extra shit, trying to be a big superstar and all that. I'm over all of that. I make music at this point because I enjoy it.
I'm
I enjoy
100%
making music and I
sensitive
enjoy
about my
hearing my
shit.
own music
Facts.
because I know that I'm gonna make stuff that I like. You know what I mean? So it's like, I think we got to start using the music as more of our hobby. And like, if it turns out, if you really want to turn it into your career, then you have to go all out and stop complaining if you don't go all out and completely invest in yourself 1,000%. I'm talking sacrifices on money, on sacrifices, on more risks, on more sacrifices.
Yeah.
Like the people who are really successful in this business are the people who have done the most work to get there. Like
Yeah.
I know it might not seem like it because these people just pop out of nowhere,
Yeah.
but they're not actually popping out of nowhere. They've actually been taking the steps, doing what they got to do to get their feet into the door one way, shape, or form. And it takes time. You know what I'm saying? But for people like me who I just enjoy making music, I'm not trying to be a pop star anymore. I'm going to promote my music and push it a little bit. I'm not going to spend thousands of dollars trying to market it anymore because I don't want to be that guy anymore. That's just me. And I feel like if a lot of people can just come to terms with that part of like, I just make music because I like to make music and stop worrying so much about I'm trying to make music so I can blow up from it. I think you'll enjoy it a lot more.
Yeah.
For sure.
More fact.
Like, and also just like not caring too much about like if taking criticism is one thing, definitely take the criticism if you want it. But if you don't, then if somebody doesn't like it, oh well, just I'm not making it for you then. I'm making it for me type of thing. It's just having the mindset of continuing to go because I feel like just when everybody's just trying to blow up off of the music, it's just taking away what really could be made. Like, because now I got to start making stuff that people want to hear.
Criticism is
That type
like,
of shit.
like I keep hearing you say it, and it's just the funniest thing
Hmm.
because I respect everything what you're saying right now, and that it's criticism in a sense.
Oh.
But it's just like a lot of people out there just I stopped what I was doing because somebody said this. So what? And not everybody has that hard shell to say so what. It does hurt some people. But then I look at people and they're so creative, or they have a beautiful idea and they could really make it work. And it's like, I just stopped this because my heart just can't take people saying this, that, and the third. And I'm just like,
But that shit stems from somewhere of an upbringing
Yeah.
or something. That shit stems from somewhere. You just don't have that
Yeah.
mindset.
Yeah.
That can be stemming from your parents just telling you ain't shit all your life. You know what I'm saying? That stems from some fucking. However we act today, that shit stems from somewhere. Man.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So you
Most
gotta,
definitely.
and that's why you gotta go back to that. Look in the mirror, find yourself, because you are the perception of what everybody thinks of you. now. You know what I mean? And I did want to harp back on something that you said earlier, but you can talk off camera. But
Okay.
yeah, I mean, I just want. Matter of fact, I'm gonna talk about it right now because you said something earlier about why the relationships. Why? Like why do you think? Why you got to ask why? Why is that? What happened in your life to make you say why? You know what I mean?
I don't know if it was social media or just generally watching the male. We have these two things that we're stuck with for the rest of our lives when we're dealing with women. And that's protectors and providers. Now, the protection thing doesn't matter if you're a woman or a male. If you're somebody that can't defend themselves or help themselves in a situation, I'm there. It doesn't really bother me. So the protection part, I'm cool with. But the providing, that is like my key point. It's just like, if I wasn't here anyway, what would you do?
Yeah.
Why can't we just vibe off the connections that we have? Why do I have to be the person that make sure you're okay and you're fed and your emotions are intact, or I'm not saying anything that make you angry. It's just like women, I haven't, me personally, and like you said, this stems back to me personally.
Yeah.
I haven't met a woman that is an emotionally stable where they can handle certain things. Like if I come in and I'm just like, hey, I came in from work. I don't need you to cook. I don't need you to clean. I'm just going to sit here and watch a movie. You want to watch a movie? Well, you didn't ask me about my day. You didn't take the trash out. You didn't do this and you didn't do that. It's just like, why as men do we have to be providers for everything? Not just financially, but emotionally and physically. Why do we have to do all this? And then if we don't do it, and this comes with criticism from women all over social media, if we don't fit that standard for y'all, then we're not shit. Oh, we weren't raised right, or we're that. I'm just like, at this point, I'm just like, as a woman, besides your body, physicality, what do you offer? What do you have that can benefit? And that's just me because I haven't had a woman. I haven't had a woman to really break out that foundation of physicality.
But if you haven't at this point in your life, you're nearly 30 years old.
Hey, bitch.
29 years old, whatever.
There you go. No offense to the 30s.
If you haven't found that type of woman, don't you have to start looking internally of why you haven't found that? Simply looking at the type of women you're dating, because
in the beginning I was Captain Saberho.
You said emotionally stable. I was about to ask you, are you emotionally stable?
No.
I feel like in a sense.
Okay, so you might attract women that's in a sense emotionally
unstable.
So you're gonna attract. We're magnets, man. You gotta understand that. We are a magnet. We are electromagnetic beings, man. So you're gonna attract what you think. You know what I mean? Like, so if you meet somebody that's quote unquote not emotionally stable, then you're not emotionally stable, bro. And that's just that. And I just gotta be. And that's just how I view it. I
respect that.
Yeah.
I will say I've met women that I felt like were the right ones, but in the wrong time.
Yeah, agree. That's
like,
what you're saying.
To me, I see black minority families, predominantly black, and you're not in your kid's life, or you're not with the child's mother. You just have the kids, and then something goes wrong, and y'all just separate and shit like that. I didn't want that, but it seemed like when I had kids. And by all means, I love their mother. I love her. But at the same sense, I have met women that were on that plateau. And I tried to do the sneakiness where, okay, I talk to you on the side. But as it goes further, it gets deeper. And now it's just like, okay, either I let them know they know my whole situation. Either I let them know that, hey, look, I can't move from this because my moral compass won't let me, but damn it, you are perfect. You are the one. But I don't want to break that moral compass to say, hey, look, you know what I'm saying? I know that sounds confusing, but it's just like, in a sense, I feel trapped because I'm just like, I don't want to be and my list is about to come out later. I don't want to be I don't want to be that. I do not. I don't. I want to break the norm. I want to break the curse.
What it sounds like to me is you're displaying a lot of selfishness, but not in the way that is common. Like you're just going out and doing, well, I got to go do for me. It's like you're staying selfishly because of your moral compass, your moral thoughts are like, oh, well, I got to do this. And I'd be wrong if I didn't do this, which is kind of like helping and hinder. Well, it's not helping you at all, really. It's really just hindering you because you're locking yourself into this and you're not allowing yourself to really, like Arik has said, look in the mirror and really understand who you are, love who you are, to the point that you're doing things that benefit you and yours, not necessarily just yours.
That's real, man. I can't even.
Message.
Message.
I always wanted to use that, and I feel like we've had a message episode.
This is a message
this has
episode.
been a fucking therapy session.
It has.
honestly.
I love
This
it.
has just turned into a
God
big
damn.
therapy session. I mean, I love it. Y'all
Yeah,
know how I
yeah,
feel
yeah,
about
yeah.
these type of sessions,
Yeah.
man. Like these are always great because I feel like these are the most impactful on just us. You know,
Yeah,
as
facts.
individuals, as a team, as just everybody. You know what I mean? I don't know where you came from, Arik, with all this goddamn therapy type shit.
It's a cancer thing.
It's a
Fine,
cancer
man.
thing.
It's a cancer thing,
Cancer
baby.
thing.
It's definitely a cancer.
Motivational ass man over here.
Yeah.
Like, bro, this has been a really fun episode though. We are at the end because we're at 90 minutes, and that's where I'm trying to put him at now. Is there 2 hours is getting too long for me. I'm sorry. Is there anything else, like any last words that you would like to put? Any last one, plugs, like plug yourself in,
Yeah.
and then two, just any words of motivation for anybody.
Like I said, you can follow me on Instagram, my run page, NGU Run Club 757. You can follow my personal Instagram is UL_knowledge. So I got my mobile detailing and I got my rapping content up there. And just the word, I just want people to just stay motivated, stay active, never give up on your dreams, and just try to stay constantly aware of each and every second of your day. That's pretty much it right there.
That's a big fact, man. And I appreciate you coming through too, man.
Definitely.
It was
Yes, sir.
type short notice. It was a few days ago that we
Yeah,
solidified
man.
that you was coming,
You
bro.
try to have me come on my birthday, man. I'm gonna be out of town.
Oh,
man.
dang.
Yeah, I'm
I
be gone.
don't
man.
blame
It's all
you, bro.
good. It's all
I
good.
don't blame you. You know what I'm saying?
But it was long overdue. We supposed to be linked.
Yeah,
up
that's
on
what
the
I
show,
was like. Yeah,
so
we were supposed to
linked
been
up on the
linked,
show.
man. This is, and we're gonna have to do this again for real. This has been a very therapeutic episode for everybody, and I appreciate you also just coming and asking your own questions as well to us, and really engaging.
you
in
trying
all
to be
that type
Dr.
of shit.
EK
That's why
over
I'm like,
here.
hey, bro, but sometimes you know what? We need that shit, bro. We're always asking people questions, and we're always getting to the nitty gritty of everybody else. Sometimes it's nice to have somebody ask us shit.
The
You know what I'm
Definitely.
saying? To
The
like,
true meaning of a chill.
It's
just a
podcast.
Cause
That's
y'all
what's
know
up,
this
bro.
is therapy, man. This is my true therapy, at least, and this has been a beautiful. The last couple episodes have been just awesome. Just being able to just sit and just talk about our lives, our personal lives, and just really get into it, man. It's
That's dope, man.
big hits, man. So Saturday, make sure you guys are tuning in Saturday, cause that's when they're gonna be at. Where y'all
We're
gonna be?
Yeah, Saturday we're gonna be at the Madison Trail in Hampton, Virginia, by the Police Academy, and then Sunday
Golf
we'll be at
course
Buffalo
too. If
Beach.
you guys aren't knowing, over by
Yes, sir.
there's a golf course over there too. It's a pretty shitty golf course.
Come on, man, get this work, man. We outside.
Bad advertisement.
Anyway, but yeah, man, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Y'all already know. I don't remember who the guest is for next week. I have guests lined up for the next few weeks. We do have a dope singer girl coming through in a couple weeks. I'm
Ooh.
excited about that one. She's been touring and doing her thing, and she's
Oh yeah.
yeah. She's really cool too. She's been a real cool, delightful person to talk to. So that'll be
Don't
happening,
think
man.
that
So
too
until
much.
next week.